Hello, hi. In today's world, we are quick to clap for a successful person and just as quick to turn away from someone who is facing challenges or labeled as failure by the society, right? But have you ever paused to ask why? Why does society only celebrate someone after they have made it? Why does the same society often belittle the ones who are still trying or have had a major setback? Let's try to understand that why through a simple scenario. Imagine two individuals. Both dropped out of the college to chase a dream, a different, unconventional path from what society has already laid out. One becomes the next Steve Jobs and is hailed as a visionary. Interviews, applause, magazine covers, and respect floods in. The other starts 3 companies, all of them fail, and ends up moving back home. At family gatherings, people whisper. There are awkward silences, maybe even a little pity and sometimes mockery, along with disrespect floods in. But here's a truth that many people miss to understand. That is, both individuals took the same bold risk to drop out of college. Both showed immense courage to follow their hearts and not what society has already laid out. And the only difference is the outcome. That single difference is what defines how the world treats them, right? But the actual truth is, respect or disrespect from society doesn't define those who already chose courage over comfort. The moment they chose themselves, the moment they dared to follow a unique path is already a huge success for both the individuals. But let's be more honest. Setbacks do hurt. Setbacks can shake even the strongest souls, right? What's more painful than the fall itself is the noise that follows. There's a quite fragile yet most crucial space between falling down and rising again. It's often invisible to others, but we feel it deeply. It's the phase where doubt starts whispering, where people begin to judge, where we question our worth, our decision, and even our dream. It's a phase where we are trying to figure out our next step while also defending our last one. And the voices or noises around us don't even help. A friend might say, maybe it's time to be realistic. A sibling might laugh, still chasing that thing, huh? Or our own voice whispering, what if I messed up everything? Even when the heart screams, no, this path is right. I am still learning, I am growing, and this setback is just a chapter or phase teaching me something which I don't know. The noise around still stings. Because being judged while we are already down, that's not just discouraging, it's emotionally exhausting. And sadly, this is where many people quit. Not because they could not figure out the next move, but because the noise around did not let them handle the setback in a meaningful way. Those people who make noise by subtle silences and offhanded comments don't even realize that when people are already vulnerable, one careless remark can feel like a gut punch. Not because we believe it, but because deep down we are already questioning everything. Above all this, still, some courageous people find a way. They cry, they grieve, they carry the weight of society's judgment, and then they stand back up. Not because they have all the answers, but because they still believe in the fire inside them. But for others who are still gathering the courage, when everything around feels so heavy, when no one claps and no one gets it, and when they are so close to quitting, how do such people move forward in these scenarios? And the only way is by learning to ignore the noise around us, right? Especially when we don't have all the answers. But how to ignore that loud noise? The answer is simple but powerful. We have to learn to tune out the noise and tune in to the signs. Yes, you heard that right. Look for the signs, not just angel numbers or spiritual symbols, though those can actually help too. We are talking about personal signs here. Things that make you feel seen, safe, and understood. Those signs are small, quiet, and deeply personal. They could be anything like, let's say, for examples, that one song that always lifts your spirit, a photo of your grandparent, the one who always believed in you, a scene from a movie that mirrors your current struggle, a bird that always seems to show up when you're low, your favorite food that reminds you you're still allowed to feel good, or maybe your favorite color suddenly appearing, your favorite number showing unexpectedly. These signs are our emotional anchors. They might be small signs, but they are powerful and remind us saying, you're still here, you're still you, and your story isn't over. And if a sign ever makes you uncomfortable, don't push it away. Look deeper. Often that discomfort is fear, a part of you that needs healing. Face it, fix it, and return to the signs that bring you peace. So, if you are in that in-between phase, between something that didn't work out and something new that hasn't begun yet, let yourself feel. Cry, rest, grieve what didn't go the way you hoped, but whatever you do, don't give up on yourself. Because if you quit now, you will spend the rest of your life trying to fit into a version of you that never felt true. The world may celebrate the finished product, the polished story, but the truth is, all powerful stories are messy in the middle. And during that messy part, when you are just waiting for a tiny bit of spark, maybe a new idea or a fresh opportunity or a quiet breakthrough, keep your eyes open for the signs. They will always bring you back to yourself. And trust me, if you're still putting one foot in front of the other, even with shaky legs, you're already successful in ways the world can't even measure. And that's all for today. And thank you for listening. Bye and take care.